This is Josh Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted today to be joined by hot prospect Giorgio Visioli. Giorgio, first of all, thank you very much for your time this morning. And how is everything?
All good. Training back in training kind of now. Been back 2 weeks. I went away on holiday after my last fight. A little bit of recovery and recharge. And yeah, back now, back into the swing of things. Sparring 10 rounds the other day. And yeah, no, it's all going good. Meant to have a fight date very soon. So yeah, hopefully there's news coming soon.
Very good day. We'll start off by talking about your last fight. Back home in London, banked the rounds, went the distance. How
Yeah.
happy were you to get the rounds under your belt?
Yeah, happy. Obviously, after that fight, I thought, didn't get the stoppage, but I realised it's not all about the stoppage. You learn much more doing the rounds than anything. The guy was tough, really tough, big winning record as well. He's been with some big good names on the UK scene. He didn't really want to come to fight, to be honest. I thought he'd come and fight. I watched him in previous fights. He went and swinged at these boys, but he never did nothing. He never swung at me. He just moved. I heard after the fight he was fighting in 2 weeks, so I didn't want to get stopped. Obviously, wouldn't get paid. But yeah, no, happy got the rounds in. Looked good at the same time. Didn't get hit. Got hit mid lap twice. So that's it. It's all it's about not really getting hit and moving forward. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
How frustrating is it for you? Obviously, you mentioned him not really coming to fight. How frustrating was that in the ring?
It's very frustrating because normally I'm normally a fighter that loves it when someone's running at me and I'm countering. Obviously, like you've seen in previous fights, they've come at me and I've knocked them out. This guy just didn't really do anything, so had to walk him down, something that I'm not really used to. But it's all learning curve at the end of the day. It gets me good practice on walking people down and let my hands go. I wish I let my hands go a little bit more in that fight, but still a good performance. And yeah, it was a bit annoying if he didn't come forward, but at the end of the day, it's all good experience.
And how good was it being able to box in London for the first time in front of a home crowd?
Very, very. Say that again. Sorry.
How good was it being able to box in London for the first time?
Yeah, very good. Really enjoyed it. A lot. I really enjoyed the couple box as well. It was packed. It was packed when I was in there because the England game that was going on during my fight, which was quite annoying. 1 minute I had people cheering. I don't know if that was cheering for me or the game, but it doesn't really matter. But no, really happy that I boxed in London. Had a few fans there, sold a few tickets. So yeah, no, and there's plenty more to come in London very soon. So yeah, really pleased that I boxed there.
Obviously, you mentioned the England game being on while you were fighting. How difficult, not difficult was it, but obviously trying to stay focused on your fight, but then there's a lot going on around you, and it's a bit of a different type of atmosphere from just the usual boxing, with a lot of eyes obviously being on the ring, but then at the same time being on the big screen above. What was that like?
Um, to be honest, like a lot of people said that, oh, did it distract you? And to be honest, not really. When you just get in that ring, you don't think about nothing. You don't think about who's watching or nothing. You're fully switched on. Yeah, it didn't really affect me at all. Obviously, I heard the crowd like whenever I landed a shot. I don't know if it was for me or the crowd or the game, but no, it's another good learning curve at the end of the day. A lot of things going on, and it's good that I blocked it all out and boxed sensibly. But it was annoying that it was on. It was annoying, but it's what it is. It's what it is.
Was it more annoying for the fact that people might have not been watching you at all times, or was it also the fact that you wanted to watch as well?
No, no, I don't really care for watching it. But yeah, it was annoying that I don't know what they were watching. Were they watching me or the game? But yeah, that is what it is. It doesn't come around. You're never going to really get it again, are you? Really? So yeah, no, it was annoying, but it's what it is. It is what it is.
Obviously, next time out, I'm sure that won't be happening. You mentioned you should have a fight date soon. Can you give us any little hint as to when that could be?
Um, I'm not too sure. I've been told a date, but it keeps switching and then changing the date, so I'm not too sure about that yet. Don't think I can say. But yeah, no, it should be very soon. Maybe end of what are we in August now? We in August now?
Yeah, August. Yeah, yeah.
End of August or middle September. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I've been told. So that I'll keep training for that date. So if something changes. But yeah, I'll plan for the dates I just said. So yeah.
Understandable. And then looking at your career so far, obviously 4 wins, 3 stoppages. Where would you like to be, let's say, this time next year?
Um, I'm not too sure really. I said on previous, just getting the fights on my belt, make much experience as I can, and yeah, climb up the climb up the level each time. I want the level every time I fight on the level, the level of opponents to go up higher and higher. Not too sure. Maybe next year. Maybe belts a bit too early. Maybe the end of the next year. Maybe belts, but just experience at the moment, mate.
Are you just focused on taking everything fight by fight and not really setting any major targets for just yet?
Yeah, that's it. Fight by fight. No calling anyone out. No asking for belts and all that. I'm still young. Don't need to rush nothing. Yeah, and I've got a great team around me. So yeah, just at the moment is taking fight by fight.
Fair enough. And then just moving forward, looking away and looking at some of the broader topics in the boxing world. Just this past weekend, we saw another Riyadh season card, this time in LA. Terence Crawford took on Israil Madrimov in what a lot of people said was a very close fight. From what you've seen of it, what did you make of the fight?
Very close fight. I think Crawford took the later rounds maybe a little bit more. But yeah, you can't really argue with the decision. Could have gone either way really, but I think Crawford did enough. But what's it called? Madrimov, was that his name? Madrimov.
Yeah.
Only 11 fights, obviously a big amateur experience, but to fight someone like that in his 11th fight is very big. But these Eastern European fighters are they're very good fighters. And yeah, it shows that Terence Crawford's level's at, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Terence Crawford is class, isn't he? So but yeah, no, I did think Terence did enough. I think Terence, you know.
Fair enough. And then a lot of people on social media have been saying that they believe Terence Crawford might be starting to show some cracks. Do you agree with that?
Um, uh, nah, not really. Every fighter shows a little. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Um, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Would you say it's more just people obviously looking at Terence's last performance against Errol Spence and seeing the standard that he set there?
Exactly. Like it's hard. Like you do all these great performances against good fighters, and then you make a little few slip ups, and they all pick them out. If that makes sense. And just like everyone's had a little bit of mistakes at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He's still one of the best fighters in the world. So I don't understand that. Even if I did something wrong, oh, he got hit a few times in this fight. Oh, is he that good? You know what I mean? You always get those keyboard warriors and all that stuff, and media telling this, but nah, because he made a few what's it called? He made a few
Little slip ups.
slip ups. Nah, everyone's had a few slip ups. Yeah, he's still one of the best fighters, I think. So I don't see no cracks in his game.
And how interested would you be in seeing a rematch between Terence Crawford and Israil Madrimov?
I don't think it will happen personally. Like you see, Turkey Al Sheikh keeps going on about Canelo. It's all about money for those guys, and at the end of the day, I don't think there's much money in that other fight making it. If that makes sense, and I don't think the fans would really want to see that again. It wasn't that really entertaining. So I don't think it would happen again. I feel like Terence will go on to bigger things now, maybe Canelo, but I think it'd be a stupid fight if it does happen. It's just all about making money in it. But yeah, I don't see that rematch happening again. I don't see it ever. I don't see them fighting again.
You mentioned Canelo and Terence Crawford possibly facing off, and you just said it. It seems like a stupid fight to you. What makes you say that?
I don't know. I would say I maybe mix my words a little bit, but Canelo's just he's big. He's a big guy, and he's I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one to explain, but that Turkey Al Sheikh wants to make the biggest fight, so money talks at the end of the day. So any fight can happen if he's part of the game, I guess.
If Canelo and Terence Crawford are to face each other and the fight does get made, how do you see it playing out?
Did you say Canelo Terence? Did you say
Yeah, yeah.
I think Canelo. Just in terms of, I think he's just bigger, stronger, and I think I wouldn't say stop him, but I think he'd outbox him, to be honest, as well. He's a very good boxer. Don't get me wrong, Terence is, but I just think that the weight wise, I think Canelo's just a bit too big for me.
Fair enough. And then moving forward again, we had the announcement a while back now, but it's always a major talking point. In September, we see Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois top the bill at Wembley Stadium. How do you see that fight going?
I think AJ wins. I think I think AJ wins. I think he'll stop him in early rounds. I've seen Daniel Dubois. He doesn't really. He always wakes up in the later rounds. But I think AJ will get him early. I generally do think that Dubois. I think Dubois can come again though if he does lose. He's still so young. Obviously he's had taken a lot of punches as well. So we'll see. But I do see AJ winning that fight quite comfortably, really.
How big of a chance do you give Daniel Dubois as the underdog?
Oh, I'll give him. Don't get me wrong. I'll give him a chance. I feel like if AJ does catch him, it go. I've seen you've seen Daniel Dubois wobble quite a lot, really. But he's had some big performances in his last two fights. Really, fight Hrgovic and who was the other one? He beat Miller, didn't he?
Yeah,
Miller, he beat.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's had some good performances on and good wins. I just think AJ. I don't know. I just think AJ knocked him out cold, really.
Giorgio, that's all good for me. Thank you very much for your time. It's been an
Thank
absolute
you.
pleasure, and hopefully we get some fight news for yourself very soon. Cheers.
Yeah.